He was the teen heartthrob of the early 2000s. Platinum albums, screaming fans, sold-out tours at just 13 years old. But less than 2 decades later, Aaron Carter would be found dead, alone, and forgotten. What happened to the kid who once had it all? Today, we uncover the heartbreaking truth behind Aaron Carter's rise and fall. The entertainment industry has no shortage of tragic stories, but Aaron Carter's might be one of the most devastating. He wasn't just famous, he was a pop icon, growing up in the shadow of his brother Nick Carter from the Backstreet Boys and carving his own path in music and TV. But behind the fame was a young boy spiraling, emotionally, mentally, and financially. This is the story the tabloids never truly told. The pressure, the addiction, the family rifts, and the slow, painful decline of a child star who never got to grow up on his own terms. Aaron made his music debut at just 9 years old. By age 13, he had 2 multi-platinum albums, guest appearances on Lizzie McGuire, and world tours. He was a staple of early 2000s pop culture, from TRL to Teen People magazine covers. His infectious pop songs like Aaron's Party, Come Get It, and I Want Candy made him a favorite among tweens and a household name. At one point, he was opening for Britney Spears and the Backstreet Boys, and even performing at Madison Square Garden. But with fame came pressure. Constant touring, media appearances, being molded into a brand. It left no room for normal childhood. His parents managed his career and his money. What fans didn't know was that Aaron was already feeling isolated and used. At the height of his success, he was generating millions, but had almost no control over his finances. He was a child with adult responsibilities. As the music began to fade, the cracks beneath the surface became impossible to hide. By his mid-teens, Aaron was no longer the golden boy. He accused his mother of stealing over $100,000 from him. At just 18 years old, he filed for emancipation. The cheerful boy from the music videos was battling deep personal demons. Reports of drug use began circulating. His relationships with his family, especially Nick, became increasingly strained. Lawsuits, custody battles, and money problems followed him through his late teens and 20s. He tried to reinvent himself, appearing on Dancing with the Stars, acting in off-Broadway shows, and even releasing independent music. But the spotlight never returned. Instead, Aaron turned to social media. His live streams became infamous, often emotional, sometimes erratic. Fans watched in real time as he spiraled. His appearance changed, his behavior grew unpredictable. People laughed, memed, and speculated, but few offered help. Behind the camera, Aaron was struggling with multiple mental health issues. He publicly revealed he had been diagnosed with schizophrenia, multiple personality disorder, and severe anxiety. He went in and out of rehab. His interviews turned dark. He spoke of being taken advantage of fearing for his life, of losing his grip on reality. And yet, the world watched, with curiosity more than concern. His family dynamics grew even more toxic. He accused his siblings of abuse. He was issued restraining orders by Nick and his twin sister Angel. Custody battles over his son, breakup drama, and allegations of domestic abuse made him a frequent target for tabloids. But underneath it all was a young man who seemed to be crying out for help, and no one truly listening. Aaron's final years were marked by isolation. His once massive fan base had dwindled. His career was reduced to cameos, odd live streams, and the occasional tabloid headline. He looked increasingly frail. At times, he appeared high or incoherent. Other times, he appeared lucid, even hopeful, talking about future music or healing relationships, but it never lasted. On November 5, 2022, Aaron Carter was found dead in his bathtub in Lancaster, California. He was 34 years old. The autopsy revealed traces of multiple substances. His death was ruled accidental, drowning due to the effects of alprazolam and inhaling compressed gas. His final moments were spent alone, far from the limelight that once defined him. The internet reacted with shock, but also with guilt. Many had watched his breakdown as entertainment. Some had even profited from it. But Aaron Carter wasn't a punchline. He was a boy who had been pushed into fame before he even knew what it meant. He was a teenager who had to sue his own family. He was a man who never got to truly live outside the shadow of his past. His story isn't just tragic. It's a mirror. It reflects a deeper issue within the entertainment industry. A system that builds up children, milks them for all they're worth, and discards them once they're no longer profitable. Fame, for Aaron, came at the cost of normalcy, of stability, of safety. And Aaron Carter is not alone. We've seen similar spirals with other child stars, from Britney Spears to Amanda Bynes, from Lindsay Lohan to Demi Lovato. The signs are always there. Early fame, controlling parents, industry exploitation, and no real mental health support. Some make it out, most don't. There were moments of redemption. Times when Aaron tried to heal, when he reconnected with fans, worked on new music, or shared insights into his trauma. But the cycle always returned. Because without real support, without boundaries, without a system that cares more about people than profit, healing is nearly impossible. His death is not just a loss, it's a wake-up call. To fans, to families, to the media, we need to do better. We need to stop glamorizing breakdowns, stop exploiting pain for clicks, and start seeing celebrities, especially young ones, as people first. Aaron Carter's legacy shouldn't be reduced to tabloid drama. He was a talented performer, a kid with dreams, a man searching for peace in a world that never let him have it. In remembering him, we should also remember what took him away, and make sure it doesn't keep happening again.
If Aaron's story touched you, hit the like button to help share it. Comment with your thoughts or memories of Aaron. And if you want more honest, emotional, and raw deep dives like this one, subscribe to Malaimania. We're pulling back the curtain on fame and telling the stories that matter. No filters, no lies, just truth. Because behind the spotlight is where the real story begins.